Okay guys, just a quick update with Bitcoin. I'm going to give you price targets to pay attention to. I'm going to show you a pattern I think we're in right now that I think a lot of people do not see, which means we could potentially have a break to the upside or the downside in less than 24 hours. I will cover that. I'm also going to show you a larger structure we're in, which means we could have a major move within less than a month. And I'm going to show you how to do a long trade on Bitget with a stop loss and how to do a short trade with Bitget with a stop loss. And remember guys, you can access all these live charts on my website, optoartcrypto.com, link be pinned in the first comment description, and if you want to use my Bitget affiliate link, that'll be pinned in the first comment description as well. So let me just cover this. So this was the last video I put up. I'll put a link up to it now. I was covering the C1BG chart. So the resistance above was 39,787 and your support below was 38,241. So let's see how this played out. I have it wound back to where it was at the point of that video. I'm going to hit play here. And you can see how this played out. You can see that we pushed up, got rejected right here. This is where I was talking about your resistance, 39,787 right here. It was close. We didn't push all the way up to this point, but you see we got rejected right here. And where I said was support down here at 38,241. This is double support, a yellow line, and you have this white line. When you have two support levels, call it double support. That means it's likely we're going to push up. You can see we found support right here to the tick. We pushed up a total of, let me get measure tool here, we pushed up a total of 5.40%. And then I did make a tweet about this. I'll show you that in just a bit. This was an ideal point to short. That was a short of at least a little over 4%. But you can see how well price is respecting this resistance and this support. Now I've seen this happen plenty of times, guys. They'll try to hide the structure. They'll send it way above resistance or below support, so you do not know the pattern that you're in. But since we have these charts, we know that this is our strong resistance. You see this wick came way up here and came right back down. We know that this is our resistance right here, and we know that this is our support right here. Even if it pushes above or drops below, this is the pattern we're in. So you can see right now your current support on this chart, the C1BG, again, this was charted for the Bitget exchange, is right here at 38,540. Now we could break at any point. I'm going to show you the apex out here is 1 day and 18 hours. Typically you break out of a pattern at least 75% in. So I think it's likely within the next 24 hours, I think we'll probably get our next move again to the upside or the downside. So again, it'll be something like this, and we either break to the upside or potentially we'll break to the downside. And I'll give you the most important support and resistance levels to pay attention to. This is a published version of that chart. This is the C1BG chart. This is zoomed out. Just want to show you. This cannot be edited. This is published on March 9th. This to show you how it played out. Can I hit play here? And you can see right here that is the pattern we're currently in. This white line is our support, and this yellow line is our resistance. This was the same video, guys. This I was showing you. This is the C1 chart. It said this was your resistance at 39,666 and your support at 38,361. Had this went back. Let's hit play. So this green line was your resistance. This was your support, and you can see how this played out. This was resistance, a point you short, and this is a point you long. And you can see currently this is our resistance. That's what I say. Always refer to all three charts to help you get an idea. Whichever chart is the closest for resistance, that's the point you short. Whichever chart is the closest with support, that's the point you long. And I'm going to show you how to do a long and a short trade as well. This was the video, same video, guys, talking about the H1 chart. So the resistance was 39,709, and your support down here. We never did get to this point. Notice this yellow line. This ended up being support right here. Just going to play this out so you can see how it played out. And I did make a tweet about this. This potentially could be a head and shoulders. This ended up being support and resistance. But you can see this became our support. But notice we pushed up right to this yellow line as resistance. Next point is short. This is where I made a tweet about this at 40,219. This is currently your support right here at 38,765. I will come back, give you the support and resistance levels, guys. Pay attention to the DXY, guys. DXY is pushing up. If the DXY continues up, that is bearish for Bitcoin. This was a tweet I made. This was March 11th. I was talking about that is what you call confluence. And this is what I meant by three charts. We had resistance on the H1 chart. We had a moving average right here on the C1 chart. And we had resistance right here on the C1BG chart. And at the time, when we were at resistance, the Dow Jones was up around 350, almost 400 points. Then it started dropping down to 238. Remember, if the markets come down, Bitcoin follows the markets. So because the markets were coming down, we were at resistance on three charts. that would be an ideal point to short, and we did come down from that point. So this right here, guys, as I mentioned, if you want to sign up for my charts, you can do that anytime you want. But if you just want to get access to my Twitter and be able to import these charts or these trend lines into the Bitget exchange, if you use my Bitget affiliate link and you email back with your user ID number, I'll give you access to my Twitter, so you can import these charts as a C1BD chart, so you can get all these trend lines into the Bitget exchange, and also these red trend lines on the H1 chart, so you can trade these. So guys, I'm going to throw some money away just to show you how to trade. Obviously, I would not enter a long trade unless we were at support. I just want to show you how to do this. So right now, again, if we were down here, I would long this point, but I'm going to enter a trade just to show you how to do this. So let's say that this happened to be support right here, right? So we were at support, and I just made up this point, but you can see this is a pattern. This is the resistance, this is our support, this is the pattern I believe that we're in. We're going to break from probably within less than 24 hours. So if you were going to enter a long trade, this is how you do it. So if this was at support, and I believe that we were going to push up from this point, well, you can see over here, I just used a horizontal line, and that gives me right here 38,759. So if that was our support, I would want to put a stop loss just below that point, right? So I would enter my trade here. Well, it's pushing up right now. This is kind of odd doing this. I'm not doing it as support. So let's say that's support, right, at 38,800. So if that's support, I know if we drop below support, we could come down much lower. So I would have my stop loss. Again, this is a long trade. You set your stop loss below. So my stop loss would be 38,771. So let's do that. So you can see right here on the right, it says, actually, you need to be on market. I always do market. I never do limit or trigger. I like to pull the trigger myself. So right here is your so this is where I'm going to have this let me just move this up. So this would be support. This is where I'm going to set my stop loss. All right, so right here you take on take profit stop loss. On the right side is where you set your stop loss price. So right here's my stop. It's going to be at 38,789. 38,789. And make sure you get it right, guys. 38,789. Take profit. Well, we know if we push up, right? I'm going to do it long. So we know if we push up, then our next major resistance is right up here, right? So our take profit would be 39,158. 39,158. So if we drop down to this point right here, right, it's going to stop me out. I'll lose some money, but if it crashes down, I won't get wrecked. And this is where I'm saying imaginary support is, just showing you how to do a long trade. So I'm going to do right here. You can do whatever leverage you want. I'm just going to do 25 times leverage, and I'm going to use $2,000 for this trade. So I'm going to enter my trade right now. This is a terrible trade. I'm just showing you how to do it, how to set a stop. So this yellow line is my stop loss. This is our imaginary support, and I'm going to buy long. So as soon as I do this, I buy long, confirm, and now you can see this dotted line right here. This is where I entered my trade. If we come down to this line right here, it's going to stop me out. I can't move it because it's locked currently. But again, so if I'm above this red line, I'm in profit. If I'm below this red line, I'm losing money. And if it hits this point, I get stopped out. If it hits this point up here, that's where it's going to cash me out and take my profit. You can see right now I'm negative 0.64. 143 because it's coming down below my point. At any point you want to get out of your trade, all you have to do is go under, you see this is light version here. This gives you information about your trade. I'm down like $19. Click on light version, you click this little lightning bolt, and you can get out of your trade. So now I'm out of my trade. Obviously I lost a little bit of money because that was a stupid trade. You always short resistance and you long support. So let me show you how to do this if you're shorting. So let's say that we are below resistance, all right? Let's say this is our imaginary resistance line right here. And price is actually moving right now. So this is our resistance. So I would set my stop just above. So if you're shorting, you set your stop above the point you enter. I don't want to get wrecked on this trade. It's there's a lot of volatility right now. So let me make this white so you're not seeing the same one. So this is this white line. Let's say this is our imaginary resistance, and if I'm shorting, I want to set my stop just above to protect myself. This is moving up, so this moves up a bit. So that means if you're going to short, and again, I would be under market. I'm going to put in $2,000 for this trade, So my stop is going to be above resistance. So right here, you can see 38,897. So 38,897. All right. This yellow line, that's going to be my stop loss. So 38,897. And my take profit, well, you know your take profit is going to be right down here because this is your support. So I'll set my take profit at 38,603, right? So $2,000 at 25 times leverage. I have my stop just above. This is going to be a short. And then I sell short, right? And then I'm in my trade. And if it drops, I am in profit. Right now I'm in profit by, let's take this off light version. So I'm in profit by $6 right now. If it continues down, I'm in profit. If it pushes up, I lose money. But the great thing is, if you have a stop loss set, if it pushes up to this point and goes way past it, we can lose a lot of money. That's why you want to have a stop set to protect yourself. It continues down, I'm in profit. Pushes up, I get stopped out, and then I wait to enter my next trade. If it hits this point, again, I take my profit. But again, if you want to get out of your trade, again, I'm just showing you how to trade. So you click back on light version here, and if you want to exit your trade, just click on this lightning bolt, confirm, and you're now out of your trade. So I just want to show you how to do that, guys, just to how to enter a short, how to enter a long, and how to protect yourself. But again, guys, if you do want to get access to these coordinates to get to the Bitget exchange, just make sure you use my affiliate link pinned in the first comment description, and then I'll email me with your user ID number, and I'll give you access to my Twitter. If you want to get access to the charts and Discord, you have to sign up through my website. So guys, this is the larger pattern that I was talking about. So this currently is our resistance. Let me draw a trend line here. This is our resistance right here, this white trend line. Also the 21-week moving average, but you can clearly see we got a strong rejection at this point. This ring right here, this is our support. If you've been following me, I told you that this was the point to buy in. Right here, this is around 34,000. This also is influenced with the H1 chart. So if we come down, I'm just showing you your major support levels. So right here is 36,476. This is March 14th. At any point this breaks, out here is the 24th of March. At any point we break below this orange ring, go back and watch previous 2 videos. I covered this in detail, why this is so important. But if we break, again, this orange ring, we're coming way the hell down. Now, if we get above this resistance up here, this is around 42,442. Out here is 42,121. If we get above that point and hold support, guys, that is bullish. But if we break this ring down below, go watch previous videos. I told you we have a lot of downside. I gave you that exact target and the date I'm expecting. But just to show you guys at current price action, this is on the daily. The apex out here is around. And again, the 21-week moving average is going to start angling down, but the apex for this is around 42 days. Typically, like I said in that previous smaller pattern, you usually break out of a pattern about 75% of the way in. So I think it's likely within the next month we're going to break. I believe the way the markets are right now and the dollar pushing up, I believe we will break to the downside. So I believe in less than a month, that major move is going to initiate the capitulation. That's when it's going to start. So again, this is the G1 chart for access to my charts. So let me give you price targets real quick, guys, just to pay attention to. So this is the C1BG chart. So I just want to show you currently your resistance right now to pay attention to is right here at 39,185. Obviously, your current support is right here at 38,557. If we break that, your next support to watch is right here at 37,854 down to 37,622. If we push up, your resistance is 39,185 up to 39,379, and then you have very strong resistance. Notice where we got topped out right here at 40,219. So you would short 40,237-ish. You would chance to short here at 39,385. Obviously, this is the pattern we're in. So if we push up again, this is the first point you would short, 39,191. This is where you would long, 38,557. And again, this is another point to long. Notice we found this is a lot of support and resistance. We found perfect support. So that's what I'm saying. This is the next point you would long, 37,877 to potentially 37,606. This is the C1 chart. Notice we're getting rejected here. So the next point I would enter along. Remember when I said double support previously, earlier in this video? We've got resist. This is support right here, and you have support right here. When you have double support, that is likely a point you want to put in long. Notice this line has been resistance, support, support, resistance, 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 support, resistance, support. So this is likely a point to catch a nice bounce. And when I say a bounce, I just mean up to resistance. So if we drop down to 37,896, you know, set your stop just below to protect yourself, but this would be an ideal point to long, and then you would short when you push back up to 39,171. The resistance above, double. You got a lot of resistance up here, guys. So if we did get a pump, some well decide to push this up, you've got resistance right here, you've got resistance right here, this white line right here, and you have this line right here that's been a lot of resistance. So I would definitely short around 41,000 to 41,400. Again, your risk tolerance, depending where you set your stop, depends on you. Sometimes what I do is if price pushes up above, I wait till it comes back down below, and then I enter here with my stop just above. Sometimes that's a safer way to play it, but you could just come up, right? I mean, guys, price could just push up to this point and then immediately get rejected. So I like to enter my short right when we make contact. If it stops at that point, set my stop just above. If it comes down, you're in profit. If it pushes up, it'll stop you out, but then wait for it to come back down and re-enter that trade. Go watch previous video. I covered that as well. If we do break 37,896, next point you enter long will be down here at 36,629. The H1 chart, guys, this is the most important one, and I covered this before. So currently you can see your support is 38,765. If we come down, your next support to catch a bounce is 38,086. But as I said previously, guys, this is your strongest support. If we come down, this is a slight angle. If we had a straight drop, I would long 35,968. If it's out here, it's around 36,075. But I will be entering a heavy long at this point. I'm not saying that we're going to bottom here and go to the moon. It just means you would buy or long from 36,000. And then we push up, you potentially take your profit up here at around 37,350 up to possibly 38,192. You see your current resistance just above, guys. It's right here at 39,500. Your resistance above, this is around 39,938. So again, these are all support and resistance levels to pay attention to, but remember, guys, always have the H1 chart, the C1 chart, C1 BG chart open, and if you see matching targets on all charts, likely point to short, and same with support levels. You have matching targets to support, this likely point to long. So guys, again, if you do want to access these charts, website's opticrypto.com, link pinned in the first comment in the description. And as I said, guys, if you just want to get access to these coordinates to import in the Bitget exchange, sign up with my affiliate link pinned in the first comment in the description for Bitget, and shoot me an email with the user ID number, and I'll give you access to my Twitter. That's it, guys. Trade safe, trade smart. I'm out.